Good afternoon, students. Welcome back. Quite a few of you were there in the morning session also, how to study one day before the exam. So all the best to all of you. And the topic today we are going to talk about is index numbers. Okay. Yes, good afternoon, Ishika. Good afternoon, Anushka. Yes. Simarpreet, good afternoon. Yes. Okay. Yes, Anushka also. So let us first consider a small example. Like you take a combo when you go to a fast food restaurant. So what you do, you order for a burger, some fries, and maybe a bottle of Coke or fruity. Okay, so what I have done is for 3 years, to 2020, 21, and 22. I'm I wrote down the values, okay? So a burger was say in 2020 costing me 50 rupees. In 21 it became 55, then it became 60, and the whole thing. So a combo in 2020 was costing me to 80 rupees, which became 88 in 2021, and then in 2022 it became 97.5. Okay, so if I'm just trying to compare them, I don't get a fair idea about what exactly is happening. Okay, I can see prices are rising. Okay, I can see that, but to be able to compare, if it is in percentage or if it is compared to a base period, then it becomes easier for me to explain. Yes, Kani, Reshma, a very good afternoon. So for this 2020, that is the first year in which I took the information, I give this as index of 100. Means what? I take this as the base year, base period. And then I compare all the prices against them. So for a total of 80 rupees, I consider that as a base of 100, and that becomes 110 and then becomes 121. So now it becomes easier for me to compare. So now I know. And where did this 121 come? 97.5 upon 80 into 100. So I'm getting 121. So there is, you can see the change in the pricing. And then in the main thing in this chapter talks about test of adequacies. We are going to do everything in detail, but what exactly in terms of this small example I would like to explain is, does index number change if we change currency from rupees to paise? Okay, if I write this as 80 rupees or 80 8,000 paise, is it going to make a difference? No, because paise and rupees you can easily convert. So that is called as unit test. Means what? It does not change with the unit of measurement. So that if I'm recording something in rupees and then I record it in paise, the whole index is not going to change just because I changed the unit. Okay. Now, what happens if, see, in this year 2020, I took this as base and then I compared this with this. Now, what happens if I take this year as base? Okay, then what will happen? 88 I will have to take as 100. What will happen to this 80 then? Then it will be what? It will be 80 upon 88. Okay, into 100. 100, sorry. So, how much do I get? 80 upon 88 into 100? 80. Okay, yes, who is answered? 90. Okay. Ishika is saying 90.9. Yes, 90.9. Now, can I have 100 upon 110? 100 divided by 110. Okay. That is also 90.9. Okay. So, what does this mean? this means that this is following the time reversal test. That is, if I change 1 year base to the other year, then the index that I'm getting will be the reciprocal of the earlier index. Earlier index was how much? 110. And when I change the base to 2021, what index will I get? 90.9, which is nothing but the reciprocal of the earlier index. And then factor reversal test, it simply means that if I have a price index and if I have a quantity index, and if I have a value index, this value index will be equal to price index into quantity index. Okay. So change in the price into change in the quantity will give me the change in value. Okay. So this is the simplest way in which we are going to deal with what is index numbers. अंकुर, मुझे मालूम नहीं है अभी कब कब से शुरू होगा, लेकिन अनाउंसमेंट आपको बीओएस की वेबसाइट पे मिल जाएगी. Yes, Sunny, a very good afternoon. Yes. Devendra, very good. Okay, so this is what we are talking about. And what is the chapter talking about? Okay, what are the different types of index numbers? So we are going to deal with the price. Okay, price, quantity, and value. Price, quantity, and value we are going to deal with. Then usefulness of index numbers, we are using for deflating index numbers, splicing of index numbers, that we are going to do. Then we are going to do construction of index numbers, chain index numbers. Okay, when we are using chain index number, when the whole situation is very dynamic. So just taking 1 year as the base year does not serve as purpose. So for example, there was a sharp decline during pandemic, and then once the pandemic got over, there was sharp changes in the prices of various commodities. So in that case, and slowly and steadily things started improving. So in this case, if I take 2020, say December 2020 as my base year, it is not going to serve the purpose, right? Because that was a peculiar situation at that time. So what we do is when there are dynamic changes, we move to the chain index number, wherein you take the earlier year index, then you're taking the current values, and then you're taking the index forward. Then you have test of adequacy, that is the unit test, time reversal test, factor test, and circular test. So this you can get for theory also. So you should study it properly. Now, index numbers are used to... Sir, would you like to add something? Ravi sir, would you like to add? Okay. Index numbers are used to measure relative changes and differences from time to time or place to place, one of which is the base time period. Okay, so you take something as base and then you build it over it. Yes, sir. Ravi sir? Yes, Ravi sir? Can you unmute yourself? Okay. I think there's some issue. Index numbers are used to place, okay, the value of the base time period serves as the standard point of comparison. So the most common example that you can think about where index numbers are used is the share market. Index numbers is a ratio where two or more time periods are involved. Okay, two or more time periods are involved. In regression analysis, either dependent or independent or both the variables may be used to form the index numbers. And it is used for forecasting. And again, you have simple and composite types of index numbers. So what are the index numbers? Let us first talk about the general, and then we're going to talk about how index numbers are used by the CAs. Framing suitable policies in economics and businesses. They provide guidelines to make decisions based on intelligence quotient, research, etc. They reveal trend and tendencies. Okay, so trend is a very important thing. So for forming policies, then trends, cyclic forces, irregular forces, okay, how they're going to impact the prices. So that also. And important in forecasting future economic activities and also using deflation, because many times you see that the company says that they have increased the wages, okay, of the workers, but what has happened is simultaneously there has been an increase in the inflation. So whatever the change has been done, whether or not the change, that is the increase in the salary of the laborer or the employee, whether or not that salary is sufficient to cater to the increase in inflation or to compensate for the inflation.
Hello, madam.
Yes, sir.
Adding to the madam's just points like index numbers, I would like to add some of the important key points related to the index number chapter actually. What is the purpose of the index numbers actually? To compare the prices from the base period to the current year period. Based on that, we can understand the how much price level is increased over a period of time actually. That is the main objective. And using these, we can find like changes in the price scenario in the country. It will help us for the understanding of the inflation also. Inflation is over a period of time also be. It is the combination of all kind of aggregate of all prices also be. This we would like to add to this chapter. Using this chapter, we can understand the changes in the prices in the country over a period of time from base period. That base period should be normal. It should not be too much fluctuations in the prices, and it should not be famine period or like a drought period also, or like we can say take like a or corona times or like that. In abnormal situations, we should not be take it as a situation actually. We should be take it as a normal period. And now coming to this, the point actually, 1 by price index number. Price index numbers are simple quant and aggregate, and those simple aggregate, simple average of relatives, so, and weighted methods. Or here in the syllabus we have last price index numbers. Last price index number is based on the base year quantities as weights. As per the examination point of view also, this is a very important concept, last price index number. It is based on the base year quantity taken as weights, that is sigma Pn Q0 by sigma P0 Q0 into 100. Next one is Parshish index number. It is taken as current year quantities as weights, that is summation of Pn Qn by summation of P0 Q1 into 100. Next one is here like a Marshall-Edgeworth Index numbers. It is in this method that both current year quantity as well as the base year quantity averages taken as weights. This is the Marshall-Edgeworth Index number. Next, fourth one is very important index number, that is Fisher's index number, which is the geometric mean of last price and Parshish index number. Next, weighted average relative methods. These are the important methods when we consider takes weights also, prices as well as the quantity as weights. This is the very important one. Simple average and relations and simple just basic base when we take into prices only, that is simple aggregative methods or like a simple methods. price relative methods, that is Pn by P naught into 100. And quantity, when we take into instead of prices quantities, that is quantity index numbers actually. And coming to the chain index numbers, this is also in the one prices of the indexes are like relatively how it will be changes by using the changes in the basis actually. Price as a base next year will be the current year, and like that sequentially time series data can be changed. That is a link relative method and a chain relatives method. Just you remember, you see the study material example and also chain index formula also, you can easily understand the. Then next, deflating. What is the purpose of deflating also? To understand the changes of same base years in the all the periods are also, this will help us actually. Now, tests of adequacy also important. There are 4 tests of adequacy. One is unit test, time reversal test, factor reversal test, and circular test. And examination point of view, unit test is also very important, and means units, what are the basic units are taken in the like this test required should be independent unit of which for the prices and quantities are quoted, except the simple unweighted index aggregated except other formulas satisfies this test actually. Next, time reversal test, P01 into Q01 equal to 1, and factor reversal test is a P01 into Q01 equal to V01, and circular test is an extension of timer's reversal test. Rest, this test is satisfied only geometric mean of price relatives and weighted aggregates. These are the very important point of examination point of. And over to madam. And students, this is a very important easy chapter. You can easily get 6 marks when you thoroughly understand all these concepts. Apart from theoretical aspects also, theoretical things are also very important, and please try to understand and concentrate on the examination point of view. Over to madam.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. You have like summarized it very well. All the different things that are very important in the chapter, sir has given the whole list. Yes, yes. Ishika is also saying thank you, sir. Okay,
Welcome,
so
doctor.
yes, sir. Price index number, quantity index number, and value index number. Okay, so you are comparing the current with the base year. So Pn upon P0, then quantity Qn upon Q0, and value is Pn Qn upon P0 Q0. Then the weighted method, we are talking when we are talking about the price, last pairs, the weights are the base year quantities are used as weights. It uses base year quantities so to make the comparison more meaningful. Okay, what happens is that something that I'm getting in the base year at say 20 rupees, and now we are comparing the same quantity, how much it is going to cost now. Okay, maybe 2 years later. So in that case, what happens is we are taking the base year quantity to make the comparison. Partial, we are talking about the current year's quantity. How much would this quantity would have cost me 2 years before? Then Marshall-Edgeworth. So here what we are doing is we are using it the weight as average, quantity average. That is the current quantity and the base year quantity, we take the average. Okay. So that is Marshall-Edgeworth, and Fisher is nothing but the geometrical mean of both Laspire and Pache. Okay, so this is summation Pn Q0 upon summation Q0 P0 Q0 Pn Qn upon P0 Qn. So that is current price, old quantity, old price, old quantity. Okay, and then current price, current quantity, old price, current quantity. Okay, and then when you find the square root, you will get what is known as the Fisher's ideal price index. So we are comparing the price indexes using the Fisher. Now see, this is the example in the textbook, in the study material. So cheese was costing 12 rupees in 98, which became 15.6 in 2000. Eggs and potatoes. So on an average, a person was spending 20 rupees on the breakfast items in 1998, which became 24.6 in 2000. Again, as you see, 20, 24.6, 24.6. So what happens is here, I think this is 15, 16, 20, 24. Okay. So what happens here is we then put this as base index, and then we find the values. The disadvantage of here this is that the thing that is costing more is going to influence the index more, because here cheese is the costlier material. So any small changes in the cheese price are going to impact the indexes. So what we have done here is butter, milk, eggs, fruits, and vegetables. What we have done Pn upon P0 for 1998. So we take that as 100. Okay, why? Because we are taking this as the base year. Then 99 prices divided by the base year prices, that is the 1998. So we get this, the ratio, and 2000 also. And then we do this, okay. So we are using Pn upon P0, that is the weight to find the weighted price relatives. Then change index numbers. When the conditions change fast, we cannot work with a fixed base. The relatives of each year are first related to the preceding year, link relatives. Okay. So link relatives. So what we are doing, first we are connecting relative of this year with the previous year, so link relatives, and then these are chained together. Okay, these are chained together by successive multiplication to form a chain index. So what is chain index? Link relative of current year. So chain index is nothing but link relative of current year into chain index of previous year upon 100. Okay, so chain index is link relative of previous year of current year into chain index of previous year. Okay. And what is link relative? Link relative is current price upon previous price into 100. Okay, so this is what you need to know. So for example, we are going to take the example solved here. So in 1991, the price was 50. With 92, it became 60. 93, it became 62. And up to 97, it became 82. So what we do is we are taking this as the base year. So this will become 100 and this becomes 100. So link relative also becomes 100. Chain index also becomes 100. Okay. Now in 92, what we do is we first find the link relative and then we take the link relative and connect it to form the chain relative. So 60. So 60 upon 50 into 100. So how much am I getting? 120. Okay. Now this link relative, I will link with the previous year. Okay. This link relative of the current year and chain index of the previous year. So this becomes 120 upon 100 because this is chain index of previous year. So 120 upon 100 becomes 120. Now what happens in 93? 93, I will have here 62 upon 60, which is equal to 103.3. Now I take this 103.3 and I use this. This 120 is coming from here. 103.3 upon 100 into 120 and I get this value. Okay, and so on and so forth. So this way you are able to, when conditions change fast, we don't work with the fixed base, but the base changes. And so what you can do, you can make this small empty chart, and then you could actually do the calculation and compare and see whether or not you're getting the answer. If last buyer index is called as L and partial index is called as P, then Fisher is equal to square root of last buyer and partial. Okay, so Fisher is the geometrical mean of last buyer and partial index. So here what is happening is Pn Q0 upon P0 Q0 into Pn Qn P0 into Qn, and then you find the square root. Okay. Now let us take an example. So F square is equal to L into P. Fisher is last buyer into partial. If last buyer's index is 90, so L is given to me as 90, partial is given to me as 160. So F square is equal to 90 into 60, 160, sorry. So F will be equal to square root of 9 into 16 into 100. Or I can simply directly also do it. There is no need. Okay, so I will have square root of 90 into 160, which is equal to square root of, yes, what is the 90 into 160? 120. Vishwa is saying 120. Let us see. I think you are right, Vishwa. 90 into 160. 14400. If I take the square root, 120. Excellent. Ishika also has got, Anushka has also got. Okay. If Fisher's index number is given, partial is given, and then if Fisher F square is equal to L into P. So Fisher is 150 square. L is, I don't know, partial is how much? 144. So L will be equal to 150 into 150 upon 144. $150. Yes, how much is the answer? 156.25. Vishwa, Reshma, Ishika. 156.25. Okay. Okay. A few more. If last buyer is 250, partial is 160, find Fisher. F square is equal to L into P. I always say keep seeing that also, so that 250 into 160 is how much? Is F square. Okay, 40,000? Yes. So F will be equal to square root of 40,000, which is equal to 200. So Fisher is, value is 200. Yes, Anushka, Reshma, Ishika, excellent work. Now, Find Fisher's ideal index number. Now let us see. Yes, Khadija. Now let us see. How much will this be? Summation Pn Q0. F will be equal to square root of Pn Q0. Pn Q0 is 97 upon P0 Q0. P0 Q0 is 116. PNQN is how much? 117. And P0QN. P0QN is 140. So can we have the multiplication? How much is the numerator? So 97 into 117 is how much? And 116 into 140 is how much? 97 into 117 is 11349, and 116 into 140, 16240. How much is this? Into 11349, which is equal to square root of 0.6988. Point 83. Yes, 8359. Okay. 8359, which is equal to 83.59. Yes. Yes, Ishika, correct. Okay. So as you can see here, even when the summations are given, still you will be very easily be able to find out the answer. Now this was for Fisher. Now can we have it? Yes, Fisher 1064. Yes. Can we have the values? PNQ0. PNQ0 is 1180 upon P0Q0 is 1170 into PNQN, that is 1064, and you have P0Q0, P0QN, no, 1100. So this is how much? This is square root of how much? Numerator, anybody's calculated? Vishwa is saying 98.79. He's saying the final answer is 98.79. Yes. Excellent, Ishika, Reshma. Reshma is saying 1255, 125520 upon 1287123. Okay, very good. Thank you, Reshma. Yes. Now we have to find the last pair. Okay. Now can we have last pair? We did up till now. Yes, very good, Khadija, Reshma. So what now we are going to do is we are going to find last pair. So last pair is talking about what? We are using the base quantities as weights. Okay. So that is why you can see PNQ0 upon P0Q0. Okay. So these base quantities are taken as the weights. So you will have, this is equal to summation PNQ0 is 1900 upon P0Q0 1360. So how much is this equal to into 100? 139.705. 139.705. Okay. Something like this. 139. Excellent. Reshma, Khadija, Anushka. Yeah. And then you can even have smaller sums. Again, last pair is talking of PNQ0. PNQ0 is 600 upon P0Q0 is 240 into 100. So how much is this going to be? 600 upon 240 into 100? 250. Khadija Ishika is saying 250. Okay. Now let us try to find Marshall-Edgeworth. Now what happens in Marshall-Edgeworth is that you are finding the average, isn't it? Yes, Harshita. Yes, thank you, Harshita.
Once again, I request actually students has to remember these are the important points while computing the index numbers. That is, last price index numbers based on the quantity, base year quantities as weights, Cauchy's index number current year quantities as weights. Both geometric mean of last pairs and Cauchy's index numbers is Fisher's index number. Next, fourth index number is we have in the syllabus Marshall-Edgeworth index number. In that, we have taken the average of base year quantity as well as current year quantity as weights. Please remember these 4 points are important in the just theory point of view also.
So now this will become summation PNQN plus summation PNQ0 upon summation P0QN plus summation P0Q0, the whole thing into 100. Okay. Now how much is PNQN? PNQN is 1004 plus 962 upon P0QN 1095 plus 1053. So can you first add and then divide? Oh, so many have answered already. 1966 upon 2148. 1966 upon 2148 into 100. What is the final answer? Yes. 91.53. Yes, very good, Anushka, Ishika, Khadija. Okay. Yes. Now what happens is that as we were talking about inflation, so what companies do is they do not want to change the base salary very fast, because then it has a lot of implications about pensions, how much pension a person will have after retirement, then contribution to pension plans, to gratuity, etc. So what companies do is they give out employees a allowance called as the Dearness allowance that helps to mitigate the troubles that are caused by a high inflation. So what happens here is the net salary of an employee was 3,000 in 2000. In the year 2000, it was 3,000. The CPI in 2005 was 250 with 2000 year as the base year. Okay, how much dearness allowance should be paid to him to rightly compensate? in the CPI in 2005 was 250. Okay. So if salary in 2000 was rupees 100, his salary in 2005 should be how much? The ratio is 250. So 250 upon 100 into 3000. So it should be how much? Okay, I will add the second step also. Okay. Okay. So if what this means is if his salary in 2000 was 100 rupees, his salary in 2000 will be 250. Why? Because the CPI is given to us 250. If salary in 2000 was rupees 3000, salary in 2005 will be how much? 250 upon 100 into 3000, which is equal to rupees how much? 7500. Okay. So it should be 7500. But how much is he getting? 3000. So that the dearness allowance will be equal to rupees 7500 minus the salary he is already drawing, that is rupees 3000. So rupees 4500. Okay. Is that clear? So what is the dearness allowance? It is 4500. Yes, very good, Ishika, Khadija. Next
This
is
is a
salary
very
is
important
raised.
model.
Yes, sir.
This is a very important model for the examination point of view.
Salary is raised from 300 to 500 and CPI goes from 100 to 200. Find the real wage. Now, we know that real wage is actual wage into 100 upon cost of living, and it is also equal to real wage is equal to nominal wage of current year into CPI of the base year upon CPI of the current year. So this is how much? 500 into 100 upon 200. Okay. So rupees, how much is this? 250. Yes, 250. Not Harish, not 600. 250. 500 into 100 upon 200. So 250. Okay. So you can use actual formula, which I think you've already done in your economics, and that we are using here. So you can see all the subjects are linked together. The price index in 2010 is 286 with 2000 as the base year. Find the increase in price with the base year 2000. Okay. Find average increase in price. Okay. So this is very simple. Average increase in price is equal to, see, what they have given 2000 as base year. So what will be the salary there? 100. The price there 100. So it will be rupees 286 minus rupees 100 as the base year. So what is the increase? Rupees 186. Okay. So simple here what is being tested is whether or not you realize that 2000 year is the base year, and that time I have to take the price as 100. Okay. Then the price index in 2020 was 225 with 2000 as the base year. Again, this is 100. Find the average increase in the price. So, average increase in price is equal to new price minus base price. Okay. Okay, 225 minus 100. So, you will get 125 as the average increase in the price. Okay. That is 125. So what is the increase? If they are asking an increase percentage, see, depending on what the options is, so how much will this be? 125%. Okay. So depending on what is written in the answer, what options you have, you could do that. The monthly salary for Ram was 10,000 in 2020. So in 2020, he had 10,000 rupees. And 2023, it has now become 20,000 rupees. CPI in 2023 is equal to 240. What should his salary be? Okay. So CPI will be equal to salary in 2023 upon salary in 2020 into 100, right? We are comparing the two. But CPI is given to me is how much? 240. Salary should be, because what is this salary? It is what is given, but what it should be. Now, what should be his salary? हाँ, आपको क्वेश्चन भी पढ़ना है, क्योंकि इसमें क्या हो जाएगा, आप सोचोगे अरे 20,000 तो दी रही है ना, दी हुई है 2023 की सैलरी, लेकिन यहाँ what should be his salary. So salary in the year 20,000, 2023, salary in the year 20,000, 2020 was 10,000 into 100. So salary is equal to salary in the year 2023 is 24,000. Okay. Cross multiply and you will get. So how much should his salary be? 24,000. How much is the salary he is getting? 20,000. Okay. If the price rises by 10% and wages rose by 20%, price in base year is equal to 100. So price in current year at the rate of 10% increase will be equal to how much? 100 plus 10, which is equal to 110. Okay. Now wages. Wages in base year is equal to 100. Wages in current year at the rate of 20% increase is equal to 100 plus 20, which is equal to 120. Now, what will be the real wage rise? Real wage rise will be equal to 120 upon 110 into 100, which is equal to how much? 109.9. Okay. So, what is the real wage increase? So, even though it looks wages were 100 and it became 120, but real wage rise, real wage increase will be equal to 109.9 minus 100, because 100 was the original. So it became 9.09, sorry, 9.09%. So even though it may appear to be a rise of 20%, but because the prices have also risen by 10%, so even though this 20% increase, you can see the 20% increase, but because the prices have also increased by 10%, effectively my wages have risen only by 9%. Khadija, you will have to contact the institute. I can't tell you your eligibility, because that depends on your paper. Call the helpline, okay, Sahayata phone line, and there you will be able to find. Go to the BOS website, see where the help desk is, and then you can send. Salary received in 2020 is 160. CPI in 2020 is 313. Find the real wage. Okay. Real wage is equal to nominal wage into CPI current year upon CPI base year. Okay. No, we are talking of real, na? So real will be base upon current. Okay. So how much is this? Is 160 into 100 upon 313. So how much is this? 160 into 100 upon 313. Yes. Yes, Reshma Khadija, 51.12. 51.12. So real wages is nearly 50% of the nominal wages. Okay, then we are talking about the weighted method quantity index numbers. All this while we are talking about the price index numbers. So in this case, what happens? Prices are used as weight. In last part, what will you use? The base year prices as the weight. Okay, so here you can see P0. P0 is taken as this. And Pashe, current year prices will be taken as base. So this is PN and this is PN. And similarly, Fisher we will have the same formula. And value index will be nothing but price into quantity. So value is equal to price into quantity. Okay, so we can compare them. Now let us go to the deflating, shifting, splicing, forwarding. So what we are going to do is we are going to study the theory here, and then I will take you to the study module, and there we can see how the splicing has been done. That is more for your understanding. Deflating. Time series using index numbers. Deflating time series using index numbers. So what does we do here is, deflation is the process of removing the effect of price inflation from data. So what does it remove? It removes inflation. Okay. Interest on deposits, weekly wages, etc. So deflation value is current value upon price index of the current year. Okay. Shifting. Original price index upon price index of the year to which it has been shifted. Okay, so you may have for all these years taken as year 2000 as your base year, but now post pandemic you would want to like divide the whole time data into pre COVID and post COVID. So now what we do is we shift the base year from 2000 to 2020. So that is known as shifting. So what we do is original price index upon price index of the year to which it has been shifted. So once you compare that, you will be able to talk about the shifting. Then splicing. So splice means what? You slice through uh, into two periods. Okay. So when there is a major change in quantity weights, two sets of price index covering two different time periods, splicing is done. Okay. So you will have, say, what we are saying, like from 2000 to 2020, you will have one this thing data. And then from 2020 also, we will have other data to say 2024. Okay, so here you had all this data, and then from 2020, the year of splicing, you will have the further data. Okay, splicing. And then in this, you have two types of splicing. You can have, if all the index numbers are calculated using the new base year, you call it forward splicing. If all the index numbers are calculated using the base year, original base year, then we say it is backward splicing. So this is an example of the deflated value. See, wholesale price index is so much. GNP price, current prices is 7499. What will the real GNP be? So this will be what? Current value upon price index of the current year. Current value is how much? 7499. So this is 7499 upon price index of the current year, 113.10. So you divide this, let us see whether you get this or not. Gross national product. Khadija, you have to start studying your economics also, okay? And you will be able to do it because this is your first lecture, you have to do it again, okay? So what happens is deflation is what we have talked about deflating. You remove the inflation. So what you have 7499, but if I remove the inflation, what will I get? This is equivalent to 6630. Okay. Okay. So let us take a break and then we come back and then we do the test of adequacies and we do other questions that we can do directly from the study material. Break, Lily? So we are already talking about the test of adequacies. Okay, so what we have, when we are talking of time, it means time reversal means what? That if I interchange the base year and the current year, I should get the same result. Okay, so I should get the value as the same. Then index should not change if I change the unit. And value is equal to price into quantity. Now, test of adequacy, that is called as a unit test, where the formula is independent of the unit. Second is time reversal test. So, P01 into P10 should give you 1. That is, they are reciprocal of each other. Then, what happens? Fisher's method satisfies the test. Laspire and Pache do not satisfy them. So you should also know which of them do not satisfy. Factor reversal test, the product of price index and quantity index should be equal to the value index. Okay, so P01 into Q01 should give me V01. So Fisher's method satisfies this test. So Fisher's method is satisfying time reversal. Fisher's method is also satisfying factor reversal method. Then ideal index which satisfies both the time reversal and factor reversal test is known as the ideal index. Circular test used when the base has been shifted. So Laspire, Pache and Fisher do not satisfy. Okay. Only geometric mean, this is important, only geometric mean of price relatives and weighted average aggregate of fixed weights satisfies this. You don't have to go into detail. You only need to know the names. So once you know the names and you revise it, you will remember it. Okay. So this is the small chart that I have made for your convenience. So unit test, it is satisfied by who? Laspire, satisfied by Pache, satisfied by Fisher, except for the simple aggregate. These all are satisfying. Time reversal, it is not satisfied by Laspire, not satisfied by Pache, but it is satisfied by the Fisher. So factor reversal is satisfied by the Fisher. Okay. So circular test only satisfied by the simple geometric mean of price relatives, also satisfied by the weighted aggregates with fixed weights, and it is not satisfied by Laspire, Pache and Fisher. Okay, so it is not satisfied. Okay. Okay, so
Madam,
yes, sir.
can we ask students to raise any queries?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ajit? Ajit?
Anybody has
Yes,
any doubt?
please raise your hands and ask your queries. देवेंद्र, कुछ है बेटा आपका क्वेरीज?
No, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Anushka?
Good afternoon, sir.
Any query on this topic?
No, sir.
Understood well?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Ishika,
Good afternoon, sir.
कैसे चैप्टर समझ हो रहा है पूरा?
Yes, sir. सारा समझ आ गया चैप्टर.
Very good, very good. हरीश सिसोदिया,
गुड आफ्टरनून सर.
कहाँ से बेटा आप?
में सर एमपीज हैं।
वेरी गुड, समझ हो गए सारा टॉपिक्स इसमें। इंडेक्स
Yes, sir.
नंबर आसान टॉपिक भी है, आप आराम से एग्जाम पे भी लिख सकते हैं। चलिए 6 क्वेश्चंस आएगा, आराम से कर सकते हैं। और कीर्तना, नटासा,
गुड आफ्टरनून सर।
कौन नटासा बात कर रहा है बेटा?
यस सर।
कैसा लग रहा है चैप्टर? आसान है ना?
यस सर, समझ में आ रहा है।
वेरी गुड। रेशमा,
वंश वंश आप बोल रहे हैं कल आपका पेपर है, ब्लेसिंग्स दीजिए सर, वो आपसे
गुड आफ्टरनून
ब्लेसिंग्स
सर।
मांग रहे हैं।
कौन मांग रहा है?
वंश अरोरा।
वेरी गुड, विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, गॉड ब्लेस यू। अच्छे से लिखेगा बेटा, डोंट वरी। इस चैप्टर से ध्यान रखना, 5-6 क्वेश्चन आराम से आएगा। ओके, नेक्स्ट समरप्रीत कौर।
गुड आफ्टरनून सर।
कहाँ से आप बेटा?
सर पंजाब।
वेरी गुड, एक बार मेरे को कॉल भी किया ना आपने?
यस सर।
लैंडलाइन, मेरा मोबाइल को भी लैंडलाइन को भी कॉल किया। ठीक है, अच्छा बात है। ठीक है, इस ये चैप्टर आसान चैप्टर है,
यस सर,
सभी
इजी।
अटेम्प्ट करने के लिए कोशिश कर दो, सभी इसमें
ओके
100% आना चाहिए मैं।
ओके सर।
ठीक है, और रेग्रेशन, कॉरलेशन, रेग्रेशन भी आसान चैप्टर है एक्चुअली।
यस सर।
ओके, नेक्स्ट एनीबॉडी हैव? नेक्स्ट मैडम, कंटिन्यू प्लीज मैडम।
कीर्तना। Yes, Sunny, Vishwa, yes. Okay. So as you can see at the end of the chapter, all the formula are given one below the other. So you could write it down into your notebook. Okay, those of you who have September or December attempts, so those of you will write it down in a new notebook. Those who are appearing tomorrow, you just have to practice on a rough paper. Krishna. Krishna, mean proportion, it is not in this chapter. You want it for the first chapter? Okay. So we'll take it up later. Okay, so value indexes are also given, deflated value is given, shifted pride index, test of adequacy, unit test, time reversal test, factor test, and circular test. Okay. Let us see the theory portion also, because as sir always says that you should know the theory also. A series of numerical figures which shows the relative position is called as the index number. Index numbers for the base period is always taken as 100. Dash plays a very important part in the construction of index numbers. The weight play a very important part in the construction of index numbers. Dash is particularly suitable for the construction of index number geometrical mean. So, but always remember, even though geometrical mean is more useful for ease, people use arithmetic mean. Index number shows dash changes rather than absolute change, amounts of change. It shows percentage changes. That is why it becomes easier to interpret. The dash makes index numbers time reversal. The geometric mean makes index number time reversal. Because you know in geometric mean you're finding the indexes, and so you can easily find the reciprocal. Price relative is equal to price in the given year upon price in the base year into 100. So Pn upon P0. Okay. So this is important. So here what is happening? Base is taken in the numerator. So therefore B is not the correct answer. D is only talking of base into 100. So this is also not correct. Now in the given year, this is also not correct. So between A and B, it is A is the correct answer. index numbers is equal to the average of the price relatives. The dash of the group indicates indices gives the general index. So arithmetic mean of the whole group will give you the general index. Circular test is one of the tests for index numbers. Dash is an extension of time reversal test. So circular test. In circular test, what happens is we are comparing period 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and back 3 to 1. Okay, so you go in a circular manner. Weighted geometric mean of relative formula satisfies the time reversal test. Okay, we have taken the chart. So from the chart also you could do, and it is also given in the study material. Factor reversal test is satisfied by Fisher, and it is not satisfied by Laspire and Pache. Laspire's formula does not satisfy, it does not satisfy factor reversal, time reversal, circular test. It only satisfies the unit test. A ratio or an average of ratios expressed as a percentage is called as an index number. The value of the base time period serves as the standard point of comparison. True or false? Yes, it is true, because you take an year as the base year and then you do the comparison over there, and so therefore it is the sentence is true. An index time series is a list of dash numbers of 2 or more periods of time. So is a list of indexes, index numbers for 2 or more period of time. Index numbers are often constructed from the sample. Okay. Dash is the point of reference in comparing various data describing individual behavior. So base period. So for what we do is we want to describe something, and for that we must have a standard set, and that standard in this case is set using the base year. So base period are taken as those individual behaviors are considered as the base, and then comparing the current year behavior with the base year period. Okay. Then sum of all commodity prices in the current year upon sum of all commodity prices in the base year. Okay, so prices in the current year upon prices in the base year is nothing but simple aggregate price index. Once you can talk to sir just now also, you can unmute yourself and you can talk to sir. Okay. Then you have chain index. Okay. So see formula for chain index. What is a linked relative of current year into chain index of previous year upon 100. So what happens is, आप लोग क्या करना है, ऐसे जब आता है ना तो बहुत कंफ्यूज हो सकते हैं हम, तो हम पहले ही यहाँ पे अंदाज में यहाँ हल्के पेंसिल से लिख लेंगे क्या मेरा आंसर है, और फिर मैं कंपेयर करती हूँ. तो यहाँ पे देखिए लिंक रिलेटिव ऑफ करंट ईयर इनटू चेन इंडेक्स ऑफ प्रीवियस ईयर, उसको हमने मल्टीप्लाई किया, 100 से डिवाइड किया, दैट इज नथिंग बट द चेन इंडेक्स. ओके. This also sir was telling 0, 1, 1, 0, 23rd and 24th question. You can see. P01 is 1 on 0, or 0 on 1, it is 1 on 0. P10 is 0 on 1. Okay. P10 is 0 on 1. Is that clear? When the product of price index and the quantity index is equal to the corresponding value index, then the test that holds is unit test, factor reversal test, time reversal test, none of these. So when the product of price and quantity index is equal to the corresponding value, can anybody tell me what will be the answer? Factor reversal? Reshma is saying factor reversal. What about the others? The formula? Yes, Ishika is also saying C. Reshma is saying C. Yes, Devendra is saying C. Anushka. Okay. Yes, Vishwa, Natasha. Yeah, very good, very good. C. The formula should be independent of the unit in which of the or for which price and quantities are quoted in. So independent of the unit test, Laspire method and Pache method do not satisfy time reversal as well as factor reversal. Okay, it satisfies the unit reversal test. The purpose determines the type of index number to be used. Yes. Okay. So we are comparing price, we'll use price index. If we are comparing value, we'll use the value indexes. Okay. The index number is a special type of average. Yes. So true. The choice of suitable base period is at best temporary solution. Yes, true. Because it is for us to select the base year. Okay. Fisher's ideal formula for calculating index number satisfies the test. Which test? Unit test and factor reversal? Single or both? Yes, both. It satisfies both the unit test as well as factor reversal test. Fisher's ideal formula does not satisfy the circular test. Dash satisfies the circular test. The geometric mean of price relatives or the weighted aggregate of fixed weights. So this sentence you must know for index numbers. ये वाला sentence है ना, आपको मालूम ही होना चाहिए, क्योंकि उसमें क्या हो जाता है, एक बार आपको अच्छे से मालूम है ना, तो ये वाला क्वेश्चन अगर आता है तो आपको फुल मार्क्स मिल जाते हैं. Geometric mean of price relatives or weighted aggregate with fixed weight. Laspire and Pache method, time reversal test, they do not satisfy. There is no such thing as weighted index numbers. That there is no such as unweighted index number, that is false. There is such a thing. Theoretical geometric mean is the best average in the construction of index number, but in practice, mostly AM is used. So true. Okay. Laspire, Pache or Fisher do not satisfy the circular test. 38. Can anybody tell me the answer? Dash is concerned with the measurement of price changes over a period of years. When is it desirable to shift the base? Circular test, B, Anushka, Vishwa. Yes, okay, so B. The test of shifting the base is called as the circular test. Then the formula for conversion to current value is given by deflation. Deflated value is equal to what? It is your current value upon price index of the current year. Okay. So once we do that, you get the deflated value. Because what we want to do is we want to convert it into the current period. Shifted price index is the original into 100 upon price index of the year to which it has been shifting. So we talked about shifting also. We talked about deflating, we talked about shifting, we talked about splicing. In splicing also you have forward splicing and backward splicing. Okay. So original price, okay. So price upon price index to which it has been, price index to which it has been shifted. Okay. The number of tests of adequacy are 4. Can anybody put in the chat box what are the 4 tests of adequacy? Can you write the names down? What are the 4 tests of adequacies? Ishika is saying unit test, circular test, time reversal test, factor reversal test. Vishwa, Reshma, अनुष्का, अनुष्का 3 ही लिखे आपने, चौथा yes, very good. So we use price index numbers for what? Yes, very good, Anushka. So simple aggregate, we use price index numbers to measure and compare prices. Okay, and simple aggregate of quantities is a type of quantity index. Okay. Ravi sir?
Yes, madam.
Sir, this chapter is over, sir. You have
No, we
taken all
can
the questions.
one student has asked actually regarding actually Mr. Who is that? Once are
Vansh.
you once are you there? Yeah. Though it's completed, just I would like to ask some questions from this topic. Okay. Can anybody tell us actually when the question in the suppose examination point of view, the questions are coming like that actually. When index number 1 to 5 on the question, given the data is Bishop's index number and Marshall-Edgeworth Index number. Can you able to find out?
So we are not able to hear.
Not able to hear.
Yes,
Madam,
a little louder.
Can you able to hear?
Now we
Madam,
can.
can you able to? Is actually suppose last year's index number is given. Marshall-Edgeworth index number is also given. From this, published index number can be able to find out or not? Can students able to tell us?
They are not able to hear, sir. Samiksha, Reshma is saying Ravi sir voice is not clear.
Is it really? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is it audible or not?
Yes, now it is very audible.
My question is, suppose in the question, Marshall-Edgeworth number index number is given. Last price index also given. From this, can you able to find out Cauchy's index number or not?
Okay, so sir is asking, Marshall-Edgeworth is given, last pair is given. Can you calculate Pache? Yes, students, please answer. It It is okay. You should try to attempt the answer just now, so that sir will guide you.
What is the formula for Marshall-Edgeworth Index number? L plus P by 2 or not? The average of last pairs and Cauchy's index number. Okay, from this, you can find and multiply the index number. What's up? Suppose 150, the Marshall index number is. Then L plus P value is 300. 300. Madam, now note down actually. Huh?
Yes, sir.
L is 160.
L is 160.
Then P value?
How much, sir? P?
P you have to find out from this. I'm saying that last the Marshall is 150.
Marshall-Edgeworth is 150.
Okay. L is 160.
Yes, and you have to find partial.
Please respond to this answer. L plus P equal to 300 or not? हेलो, कौन बात कर रहा है बेटा? वर्षा कौन है? वंश बात कर रहा है? No, my question is, please just give me some time. Just I will come back to you. Here the question is the Marshall-Edgeworth Index number is 150. That is L plus P by 2 equal to 300. L equal to 160. Then P is how much? 300 minus 160, 140. Am I right or not? Please respond to this. Hello. Devendra. क्या हुआ? Nobody understands. Such kind of questions only comes in the exams. Hello. Then what do you understood?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Understood or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Please respond on this answer. And okay, very good. Okay, these kind of questions are also important. And sometimes what happens actually, using these, you have to find out the last pairs value or Cauchy's index number separately also. And in the examination point of view, these are all important also. Yes, madam. Hello, madam.
Yes, sir.
This is very important in the examination
Yes, sir.
part. Yeah.
Anything else we need to take, sir?
Just a game. Still time is there, but we can't close this before schedule time also. That's why I'm thinking actually how best can be they can be understand actually.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, tell me once.
Sir,
Yes,
tomorrow is my paper, maths paper, quantitative aptitude. So
Did
I
you
want to
join?
ask how.
Morning, did you join that webcast session separately held for those students for tomorrow's examination? Did you join there that time? No, I'm
Sir,
asking.
I was devising that time.
No.
I want to ask that how to complete paper in 2 hours.
Okay, 2 hours completion. How much? How do you? Just
Yes.
your last this day. How much hours rest actually? You have to complete the task examination 100 questions in 2 hours of examinations actually, and there is no reading time also there given in the examination, and you have to quickly understand the question. Just take the 40 marks in the business mathematics, logical reasoning 20 marks, and statistics is 40 marks. This is a jumbled paper also.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
questions may not be in the same kind of things manner actually, what I'm saying, but the ratio of allocation was like that actually. Huh? Okay.
Okay, sir.
And first see your confidence level, your understandability of the overall scenario of the subject wise category also be. And look at actually when the just quickly over through the entire question paper one time, flip the paper, then you understand what are the able to understand very well, very easily. You can easily attempt that also. You jot down such kind of questions. And what about the your revisionary level? Are you revise the entire paper very well, entire subject, like
Sir,
entire
not entire. I am non-math students,
Hmm.
so some chapters I can not able to do. I'm not able to do some chapters.
Okay, what are the actually look at, my dear friend, this is 18 chapters are there actually. Among these actually 5 chapters, the 4 chapters on the logical reasoning and the
The
statistics.
logical reasoning I have completed. In math, chapter number 8,
Hmm.
I am
Differential,
not able to. Yes, sir.
differential integral calculus only na, only very
Yes, sir.
simple. And for this I ask only one question to you. D by dx of x power n, how much? Tell me.
What is, sir?
D by differentiate of x power n.
D by dx of x raised to n. How much is this? The formula.
Leave it. I'm not saying anything on this aspect. Maximum 3 to 4 questions may coming in this chapter actually. In the last day, you should not be feel negatively on any kind of things actually when you are going before the examinations also. You should be think positively.
Sir,
What about
I want to say that मतलब जैसे कोचिंग के टीचर्स ये बताते हैं ये चैप्टर ज्यादा वेटेज के हैं ना, जैसे मैथमेटिको फाइनेंस.
आपको उसी में अच्छा पढ़ाई किया नहीं किया बताओ?
हाँ.
चैप्टर से अच्छा पढ़ाई किया?
यस सर.
आपको कितना कॉन्फिडेंस है उस चैप्टर से?
90% सर श्योर.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. फिर एक बार क्या करना, रात ना अच्छा से अभी भी क्लास होने के बाद फिर एक बार अच्छा से उसमें एग्जाम्पल सम्स है ना सभी दिया ना क्वेश्चंस. और दूसरा चीज है कैसे उसमें कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते. एक्चुअली हमने इंस्टीट्यूट की वेबसाइट में इस चैप्टर के बारे में सभी एक क्विक रेफरेंस होते हैं एक्चुअली. ओके,
यस सर.
क्विक रेफरेंस उसी में ऑलमोस्ट ऑल इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस उसमें सॉल्व करके रखा है. टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी. आप एक बार ध्यान रखना बेटा, उसी से देख के आपको अंडरस्टैंड हो
ओके
जाएगा.
सर,
ओके.
मैं
और
ज्यादातर जो है मॉड्यूल में से ही करता हूँ. वैसे टीचर जो कहते हैं टीचर मॉड्यूल या एमटीपी, क्योंकि आरटीपी तो सर इसकी मैथ्स और इको की आती नहीं.
क्या बेटा, मेरे को फिर एक बार बताए.
No, he's saying there is no this thing RTP for mathematics.
नो नो, दैट इज व्हाई इस किताब में कितना क्वेश्चन एक बार देखा हमने? किताब खुल के बोला देखा कोई?
सर मैंने किसी कोचिंग की नहीं, अपना मॉड्यूल ही देखा है ज्यादातर.
नहीं नहीं, मॉड्यूल देखे ना आप.
हाँ जी.
मैं इंस्टीट्यूट के आदमी, इंस्टीट्यूट में काम कर रहा हूँ कितना 16 साल से मेरे का अनुभव है इधर. मैं एमएससी पीएचडी भी बता रहा हूँ. मैं बोलना अच्छा नहीं, क्वालिफिकेशन ये सब चीज मेरे को ऑलमोस्ट 25 साल के ऊपर एक्सपीरियंस बता रहा हूँ मैं.
यस सर.
ठीक है ना. मैं इतना अच्छा क्वेश्चन है आपको कोई भी मार्केट में भी इतना अच्छा नहीं मिलता नहीं चल. हाँ, सभी
सर
इसमें.
एक्चुअली पता है मार्केट में क्या है, मार्केट में ना जैसे टीचर जो इंस्टीट्यूट से अलग बाहर पढ़ाते हैं,
हम्म.
तो वो अपनी इमेज ऐसे क्रिएट करते हैं जैसे कि जो क्वेश्चन वो दे रहे हैं वही आएंगे, और जो इंस्टीट्यूट के मॉड्यूल में है वो नहीं आएंगे. वो इमेज ऐसे क्रिएट करते हैं बच्चों
वो
में.
बोलना तो बोलना, हमको क्या फायदा है?
मैं वही तो आपको बता रहा हूँ कि मैंने ज्यादातर जो करा है मॉड्यूल ही करा.
एक्चुअली ये सर, दैट इज that is up to them actually. When we are guiding from the institute point of view, we should be take care of the benefit of the students. What actually क्वेश्चंस है एग्जामिनेशन में भी जो भी है, एक कैसे होते हैं, दिस इज एक बाइबल होते हैं चलिए हमारा के लिए। इसमें
यस सर।
इसी से क्वेश्चंस है एक्चुअली, कोई भी एग्जामिनेशन प्रिपेयर करने के लिए, क्वेश्चन पेपर देने के लिए भी इसी मॉडल जस्ट लाइक एक नमूना होता है एक्चुअली।
यस सर।
आप डरना मत बेटा, जो भी है, जो चैप्टर
डर
अच्छा
तो नहीं
आते
है
हैं
सर,
इसमें
इसी
40
तरह है
क्वेश्चन।
सर।
ठीक है, ठीक, सुनो
हाँ जी।
पहले 40 मार्क्स स्टैटिस्टिक्स में, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में 20 मार्क्स, एक्चुअली 60 हो गया। 60 में कम से कम 10 गलती हो गई तो 10 काम करना, 10 50। और सेट्स फंक्शंस रिलेशंस है, रेशियो प्रोपोर्शंस, इंडिसेस, लॉगरिथम्स, इसमें बेसिक क्वेश्चंस की पढ़ाई करो। और क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस भी आसान क्वेश्चंस एक्चुअली आप कर सकते हैं ना, नहीं
हाँ जी
बताइए?
सर,
हाँ,
कर सकता हूँ सर।
देखिए कभी भी आप ज्यादा किताब से पढ़ोगे तो आपका फायदा ही है। मतलब अभी मतलब कल एग्जाम में बात अलग है, तो अब आपने जिस बुक से स्टडी किया है वो उसी से
मैंने
कीजिएगा।
मैम इंस्टीट्यूट के मॉड्यूल से ही करा है।
हाँ बिल्कुल शांति से रहोगे। और देखिए कोई से भी इसमें से आप कीजिए,
शांति
ऐसे एक दो क्वेश्चंस तो आएंगे जो आपको
से
नहीं
ध्यान
आते, तो उसे
सोच
डरने की
लो,
बात नहीं है।
शांति से
कभी
सोचना, जस्ट बैठ के। जी बेटा।
यस सर, यस सर।
ओके, ओके, टेल मी। या आवर चेयरमैन साहब आल्सो जॉइंड एक्चुअली। नमस्कार सर।
ओके, वेलकम अड़ुकिया सर।
या मैडम, यू कंटिन्यू मैडम, जस्ट या
यस।
या once you would like to say some more, anything?
नथिंग सर, आई एम लिसनिंग यू केयरफुली।
यस।
Yeah, very good, very good, wish you all the best. Huh? Just try to
थैंक यू सर।
concentrate and focus on the examination point of view only. Next, try to complete this task. What is the your mathematics paper? If you feel discomfort on this certain topics, just try to understand the examples questions only. Okay, those topics, if you are saying that a differential integral calculus topics. Now focus on the logical reasoning, statistics, and the time value of finance, that is mathematics of finance, logic
Yes.
and ratio proportions, indices and topics. With
Okay,
regards
sir.
to this, actually, even regression, correlation regression also very important actually. Very easy questions are coming actually. 6 marks actually. You know, the
Yes.
topic wise category, how much weightage is also there actually. Even theoretical distributions are also, the Poisson distribution, binomial
5
distribution,
numbers, theoretical distributions.
basic
5
fundamentals
questions.
to just understand actually. What is the, I am asking simple question only beta. What is the mean of the binomial distribution? Mean क्या होते?
सर, theoretical distribution का चैप्टर है।
थियोरेटिकल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में चैप्टर एक्चुअली बाइनोमियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का मीन क्या होता है। सपोज n वैल्यू देते, प्रोबेबिलिटी p वैल्यू भी मिल जाता है एक्चुअली। मीन का क्या फार्मूला होता है? मीन ऑफ द बाइनोमियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन
मीन
np, मीन इज np होते। एक बार आप रिवीजन करो, उसमें से क्वेश्चंस आ जाएगा एक्चुअली। ठीक है ना बेटा? p प्लस q,
लिखी रहती है वहाँ पे, where the properties are there, you know. So yes, Reshma, correct.
those who are answering confidently, very good, no problem. आपको नहीं कर पाता भी no problem. Just make it sure that just before going all the just understand this. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, बार एग्जाम्पल सम भी दिया है उसमें। एक बार आसान है, आपको देखने चेक करने भी अच्छा लग जाते। ये
Yes,
नहीं
and
बोल रहा हूँ
especially theoretical distribution. Before going for the exam, you should just revise once.
ये एग्जाम में कंपलसरी,
Yes,
इसमें
sir.
एक क्वेश्चन आने का चांसेस है बेटा, नहीं बताइए?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
उसमें क्या है, इसका प्रॉपर्टी क्या हो जाती है समटाइम्स ये है डिस्क्रीट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशंस में दो आ जाते हैं हमारा स्टडी मटेरियल में सिलेबस के अनुसार एक्चुअली उसमें बायनॉमियल पॉइजन है और कंटिन्यूस में नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है जस्ट है इतना ही आपको ज्यादा पढ़ाई करना नहीं जरूरत उसमें उसमें क्या होता है मीन इज ग्रेटर देन वेरिएंस ये प्रॉपर्टीज होते हैं एक्चुअली उसमें मोड क्या होते मीन क्या होते वेरिएंस क्या होते स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन क्या होते इस प्रॉब्लम के सेम चीज है पॉइजन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन को मीन क्या होते या सेम चीज है मीन वेरिएंस दोनों इक्वल होते हैं वहां और स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन क्या होते हैं इसमें सिमिलरली ए डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में किया उसमें मीन कहाँ पर होते वेरिएंस कहाँ हो जाते वो जस्ट फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा
ते जे लोक आधीपासूनच त्यांनी सप्टेंबरचा अटेम्प्ट देणार आहे ना त्यांचे लेक्चर्स चालू आहे ना मला जर बघावं लागले तर मला हेच बघावं लागतील रेकॉर्डेड हे झूम किती बदललं खूप बदललं पार्टिसिपेंट्स बघायचे मला
कौन बेटा कौन मराठी में बात कर रहा है बताइए हमको मैडम को अंडरस्टैंड
Yes,
करेगा
he's saying he wants to see who the participants are.
हाँ पढ़न
The child is saying he wants to see who all the participants are.
no it's not question actually no problem actually our aim is to just focus on the questions and it's एक को दूसरा देखने में क्या हो जाता है कि
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उसमें आप लोग जितना अच्छे से पढ़ोगे
trying to
उतना
focus
आपको
on the
अच्छा
answers point of view only which helps you okay these are all does not matter actually yeah yes once you want to say something you have come out from this huh देवेंद्र कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं
See, when sir is asking questions, do you realize that you are just studying on the surface level? Once he's asking you questions, you will start thinking. So that is why you must read theory. Once you have read theory, then you will start realizing what this theory is trying to tell you. Okay?
yeah these are all the very important actually yeah
Like see, simple sentence. One big advantage of price relative is that they are pure numbers, right? So such a good thing. So you have to just read through properly. Price index numbers computed from relatives will remain the same regardless of the unit, isn't it? Because you have got a pure number, so it becomes independent of the unit. So these are the small things sir is trying to tell you to concentrate. Okay, so even in weighted method, you have weighted aggregate method, weighted aggregate of relatives method. So in both these cases, you can see. So what happens in weighted aggregate index? We weigh the price of each commodity by a suitable factor, often taken to be the quantity or value sold during the base year or given year or an average of some other years. Okay, so here you are doing that. You are putting a weight to it. Then you have this Laspeyres formula, Pache's formula. Then you have the Marshall-Edgeworth. Like sir very rightly said that here what is happening? You are taking the average of the base year and the current year. So therefore, what this is giving you is L plus P. And this sentence is also very important that Fisher is the geometric mean. Okay, Fisher is the geometric mean of Laspeyres and Pache. Okay. Then you have the average weight average or the relative methods. Like here we talked about the shifting. Okay, this was the original price index. So for 1980, we were taking 100 as the base year. 1980 was taken as base year, and we put the index as 100. And then what happened is, later we shifted the base year to 1990. So in this case, we took now the new shifted price index in base year 1990. So here this becomes 100, and then we are going to calculate all these, okay, taking this as base year, okay. So 100 upon 140, 100 divided by 140, that is, see, where did I get this? This is this 100, okay, divided by 140. This number 140 into 100 gives me 71.4. So once we shifted, when this was 100, 1990 was 140. But now we have made 1990 as the base year, you will have the index shifting. Okay, so the index value shifts. So shifted price index is nothing but the original price index upon price index of the year to on which it has been shifted. Okay, so in this case, this is 140, and this case, this is 100, 100 upon 140. Then we are talking about splicing, covering different periods of time, usually required when there is a major change. Okay. So here what we have done is that till 1995, we are saying this is the old price index where we took 1990 as the 100. Then in what happens is in 1995, we have now shifted the base to 1995. Okay. So from 1995, we are calculating. We do not calculate here right now. And then we do this. We are taking this as 100, that is 1995. And then we calculate everything. Okay. So old series up to 1994 has been converted to the shifting of the base to 1995. Okay. And then, so these two are then combined to give you a single series. Okay. This is also important. P01 into P10. This is also a theory question that may be asked. Is equal to 1, is equal to 0, cannot be determined. Okay, that way.
Madam, can you please explain the importance of test of adequacy and finally conclude this session?
Okay, sir. So this is very important that index numbers are used in the stock market index, Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay. So one of the index are BSE Sensex, which is a basket of 30 constituent stocks. So here the base year is 78, 79 and the base value is 100. And now it has grown a lot of time. Then National Stock Exchange was incorporated in 1992 and you have Nifty 50. So which is a diversified stock of 50 shares. Okay, 50 different. So they are from different sectors and they are used to we use that as a benchmark to compare how the market is doing vis-a-vis the different markets, that is the world market, global market, or whatever political situation is in the country. So the on economics conditions, so that is affecting our stock exchange. Then we have what are the steps to calculate the index? So we want to talk about test of adequacies. $34.
Yes, Devendra, you would like to say something? देवेंद्र क्या बोल रहे बेटा?
सर
देवेंद्र कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं आप?
No, sir.
Okay, so we have the test of adequacy also. Let me take you to that page.
Madam, just conclude that test of adequacy, which are the tests satisfies the tests of adequacy are 4: unit test, time reversal test, factor reversal test, and circular test. Among these, which test actually satisfies all? And just conclude on that part, and we will
Yes,
close
sir.
this today's session.
Yes, sir. So there are those 4 tests of adequacies. So unit test, factor reversal test, and then you have the time reversal test. So all these are the factors, are the test of adequacies that we must know, and which are satisfied. See, so for example, circular test, it is concerned with the measurement of price changes over period of time. Okay, the test is not met by last buyer, so circular is not met. So last buyer does not satisfy Pache or the Fisher. It does not satisfy it. Who satisfies circular test is the geometric mean of price relatives, and second is the weighted average with fixed weights meets this test. Okay, so this
This
is
is
the
very
4th
important
test.
for the examination point of view. This is this
Yes, sir.
circular rate, the simple geometric mean of and aggregate of fixed weights in meet this test. Actually, examination point of view, this is a very, very, very important. Please note down this also. And last pairs and Cauchy's index number both Fisher's index number satisfies the both time reversal test as well as the factor reversal.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why it be called as the ideal index number actually.
Yes.
Please note down this, a very important point. With this, we have closed this today's section, and those who have joined today's section like Rashmi Madam, Chairman Saab, and our students, and some of them are very well responded and dedicatedly joined today all the times. Especially we are thankful to them, and wish you all the best. Devender, Ishika, Kirtana, Natasha, Reshma, Samisha, Viswa, all these students are actually especially regularly joined. Once again, we will thankful to them, and I wish you all the best.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Yes. Thank you, students. You have been very, this thing. You've been very sincere and attempting very well. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And all those who are appearing for the exam tomorrow, all the very best. Okay. Samiksha, don't worry about that question. That is not going to come. Yes, Reshma?
मैम वैसे रेगुलरली तो मैं सारे लेक्चर अटेंड नहीं कर पाती हूँ, बट एवरी संडे आई एम ट्राइंग टू बेस्ट टू अटेंड एटलीस्ट लेक्चर विच आर अवेलेबल फॉर मी. सो मैं हर बार आपके लेक्चर हर संडे को होते हैं वो तो मैं अटेंड करती हूँ. रेगुलर लेक्चर मेरे रिकॉर्डेड वर्जन में ही जाते हैं, बट मैं ट्राई करती हूँ जो भी आप करवाते हो उसको रिकॉल करने के लिए.
बहुत खुशी हुई रेशमा, बहुत
थैंक यू
खुशी
सो
हुई
मच
सुन
मैम.
के. यस, थैंक यू सो मच. आपके जैसे स्टूडेंट्स की वजह से हम अपना संडे सैक्रिफाइस करने को तैयार होते, क्योंकि हम इतना अच्छे से जानते हैं कि आप लोग के पास मतलब टाइम नहीं है बड़े बड़े क्लासेस में जाने को, दूर जाने के लिए, घर से भी बहुत दूर होते हैं कई बार क्लासेस. तो हम जी जान से इंस्टीट्यूट चाहती है कि सब हर एक बच्चा जो सीए करना चाहता है वो कर सके, उसको पैसे की चिंता ना हो, उसको कुछ सोचने की जरूरत नहीं हो. और इतनी वैरायटी ऑफ रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स है, आपको वही वाली रिकॉर्डिंग आप बार बार देखेंगे तो भी आपके सारे डाउट्स क्लियर हो जाएंगे. और फिर भी कुछ बचता है तो आप ईमेल करके भेज दीजिए, आपका क्वेरी आंसर हो जाती है. थोड़ा
यस
टाइम
मैम,
लगता
थैंक
है.
यू.
आप ये सोचिए कि 1,00,000 1,50,000 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, उनमें से हर एक की क्वेरी 2 मिनट में नहीं सॉल्व हो सकती, लेकिन आप बिल्कुल चिंता ना करें. थैंक यू सो मच रेशमा, एंड थैंक यू ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स. थैंक यू. यस.